This is a pocket flashlight, and this is the Casio Model 121L from 1972. And if anyone asks, this is the best font ever made by man. Micro style, extended, bold. Personal favorite. Here's why I love this calculator. Check this out. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. And like most calculators of that time, they didn't quite decide yet on what zero should be represented by, whether they would go all the way around a 7-segment display or just use the bottom 4 elements. But as you can see, this is one that sort of predates that time a little bit. Here's the hilarious part. Before I do anything, watch this. Here's the ad that they actually used to have for it. Read this. Electronic calculators in the top, in the top class, affordable, easy, simplest one with the highest performance. Well, let's talk high performance here for a moment. Let's do it a standard test. So let's give it a big old number and tell it to divide by 1. Even for 1973, this thing is incredibly slow, and that's why I love it, because you'd actually see this thing grind through it. Let's give it another something to do here. Same sort of thing. Let's give it a big number to start with. Just something huge. And you'll see why I'm not using that last digit here in a minute. Divided by 3.14. 114. And equals. It sort of scrolls through the numbers. I mean, look, even the simplest thing. Let's do 9 divided by 3. And look how much time it takes to do this. It's almost a full second. It's unbelievable. This thing is incredibly slow, even for the time. By 73, you had pretty much all calculator manufacturers using pretty speedy integrated circuits, and in some cases even, if I remember correctly, large-scale integrated circuits. So this sort of thing was just instantaneous, but for whatever reason, Casio decided that they were going to stick with tradition and go about it the slow and careful way. Got to make sure those numbers are right. The reason why I'm not using that last digit is, watch this. There seems to be a little bit of a problem, not with the calculator, but with the design. Let's go ahead and enter a valid number, 9765432 whatever, and use up that last digit. As you can see, it's completely normal value. Now let's try times 1, which obviously should yield the same answer. And what do we get? Nothing. 0. I, to my knowledge, have not seen this calculator perform math correctly if the number is taking up the most significant digit up here. Let's try it again. Yep. Oh, by the way, yeah, it's in an undefined state right now, so it's essentially locked. So we have to clear off everything and try it again. Again, completely loaded up. Times 1 equal 0. I don't know if you call that false advertising or shitty design, but it seems like you can't really do anything with that digit. You can't load it up. We can try. I mean, well, by the way, this is, I should probably show this off first. You have selectable floating point precision up to 6 digits. You have your standard rounding, clear keys, the usual stuff, memory plus and minus. One thing, though, that I got really lucky on this was, look real closely at the edges. You see how it's sort of scalloped there? There's actually a plastic laminate that's still in place after 40 years. I don't want to take it off because I'm hoping that, whoever I sell this to will make that decision for themselves. But there's a little spot where it's been eaten through abrasion. But the rest of it actually has thin sort of saran wrap. Maybe I can show it better on the camera. Sort of a thin saran wrap covering on all the metal pieces. Very cool. I could take it off and it'd be in mint condition, but I don't want to do that. I want to distribute for whoever's looking to buy it. Let's try it one more time. Well, let's see if we can force it to use the digit. So let's say, let's half load it. And if I multiply by 2, I should have a 1 in that column and the rest zeros. So let's try it. So it appears to me that this lonely digit here is just for show. The early days. Anyway, one other thing. I don't know if you can see way down at the end of the tail of the power cord. It came with a little paper tag on it. Said that the cable would be warranted until December of 1974. Beautiful gem. And again, if you're in for, if you love calculators that are actually intentionally slow, like this one, where you can actually see them going about the work, you know, scrolling from right to left as it does its stuff, all the better, you know. Anyway, that's Casio Model 121L.